Israel Defense Forces put out a message on X, formerly called Twitter, to civilians in Gaza, telling them to head south for their own safety.
We urge all residents of northern Gaza and Gaza City to relocate south immediately.
Now, it's unclear how many residents in Gaza will actually hear that message, as most of the territory's communication systems were wiped out in the overnight airstrikes. There are growing concerns about the civilian and hostage situations in Gaza with the offensive underway. The UN General Assembly has called for humanitarian truce, and Egypt and Turkey are calling for an end to military action and the delivery of humanitarian aid. Families of hostages have been demanding a meeting with Israeli authorities, and the country's defense minister is now agreeing to meet with hostage families on Sunday. Reporting live, Erica Corso, City News.
City News time, 10:05. Meantime, in Gaza, a complete power outage as a result of the ground offensive from Israel is leading to mounting concerns about civilians in the region. After days without food, fuel, or water supplies, the United Nations held a vote on a call for a pause in hostility to allow aid into Gaza. UN Commissioner General Philippe Lazarani spoke following a non-binding RE.
People in Gaza are dying. They are not only dying from bombs and strike. Soon, many more will die from the consequences of siege imposed on the Gaza Strip.
Canada abstained from the vote.
There are fears that the fighting between Israeli forces and Hezbollah militants may increase, prompting the Trudeau government to make another call for Canadians to leave Lebanon while they can. But when it comes to possible military evacuation flights, the feds may not move as quickly as they did in Israel. City's Parliament Hill reporter Cormac McSweeney joins us with more.
With increasing violence and tensions in the region, a travel advisory urges Canadians not to go to Lebanon, a warning that International Development Minister Ahmed Hussein stresses in an interview with Omni.
Strongly advising Canadians to leave Lebanon when the opportunity to use commercial means are available, because if things get worse, those opportunities will not be there.
But when it comes to the possibility of military evacuation flights, the minister says they won't start unless commercial flights are no longer available out of Lebanon and the security situation gets a lot worse, which is actually the normal protocol in these situations. However, days after the Hamas attack on Israel, Canada made an exemption and had evacuation flights operating out of Tel Aviv, even though commercial airlines were still operating. There are more than 17,000 Canadians in Lebanon. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
City News time, 10:07. This just into City News 680. Toronto police are investigating a crash involving a vehicle and a pedestrian near Moorgate Park. Officers say the person was sleeping under a bag near Trevorton Drive and Moorgate Avenue when they were hit by a vehicle at around 8:15 this morning.